Hey, what's up? So I wanted to do an intro to Yarn today, and this is meant for people coming from NPM. I'm your lead, Vijay, and I run JavaScript LA, a meetup group, which is now available online. If you want to check us out, you can just click on any of the links from slide.com, and I'll put a link for that at the bottom of this video, and you can check us out. You can also subscribe to this YouTube channel if you didn't know, and you can follow more videos like this if you need them. All right, so what is yarn? So other than strands, synthetic fibers, nylon, wool that you might need for clothing, in the context of JavaScript, it is a dependency manager, just like NPM. And it was created back in 2016 by teams at Facebook, Google, Exponent, Tilde, and more. If you feel like you want to contribute to it, you can fork the repo, and you can click the link in the slides afterwards. But the whole idea is Yarn was meant to be more secure and faster as well as accurate using a variety of specialized algorithms. Some of the main problems that NPM has even to this day is it's still kind of slow to download packages. And sometimes you might download packages that have viruses. And so this aims to kind of prevent against all that. So I know what you're thinking. Why Yarn? Why do I need to learn this when I already have NPM? It's just confusing. There's so much more to learn in JavaScript. It's kind of annoying, to have to always learn things. But that is kind of how our industry works. Our industry is all about innovation, and sometimes people don't like the way something works. And so this is an attempt to fix those issues, especially with security and speed. And also package conflicts. Sometimes you might download one version of a dependency on a computer and then you try to install it on another server and it's completely wrong and different. So you don't want to have multiple conflicting packages. And so Yarn is an attempt to solve those problems. And sometimes this independent work, leads to better innovation for the industry as a whole. So c'est la vie, that's JavaScript. So do you need to drop NPM? No, not at all. You can still use it if you like it, but you can use Yarn pretty much in every case that you can with NPM. It is meant to be a drop-in replacement, and its goal is to do everything faster and better without breaking your app. So there's no harm in trying it out. If you want to install Yarn, all you have to do is basically visit the yarnpackage.com site and get installation instructions. Most people use a Windows computer, so I would recommend downloading the MSI installer. If you're on a Mac like me, you can use Homebrew to get Yarn. Just do brew install Yarn, and there's directions here on the slides if you need it. And if you're on Linux, you can just use sudo apt install, and that should work just fine. And then, all right, so I'm going to jump out of this presentation here and just kind of go along with it just to show you some cool stuff that you can do with Yarn. So the first thing you can do is a yarn-v here, and that'll give you the version number. So you can see I'm on 1.224. And then here I've got some boilerplate code that you can just copy. And if you paste this in, you'll see that you get a make directory, and this creates a simple folder for you. And it CDs into it, and then it creates an index HTML file and adds some boilerplate HTML for you. Then if you type the main point of the slide is yarn init, that will work just like NPM init. And if you press enter, you'll get all these different questions that normally I would just skip by using the -y flag, and that is exactly the same in NPM init-y. So y stands for -yes, -yes. If I want to add a package, I can do yarn add, and then I follow with the package name. So I can do jQuery, and you see like it downloads pretty fast. That's pretty cool. Compare that to NPM. And then here are the main ways you would do it in NPM anyway. But you'll notice that I didn't have to do --save with my add on my dependency download for jQuery. And that's because Yarn by default adds and saves the dependency to your package JSON. So behind the scenes, Yarn is also working for you and managing your package.json file as well as your Yarn lock file. And you don't necessarily need an NPM lock anymore. You just let Yarn do the work of doing the managing behind the scenes, and it does a pretty good job. If for some reason you want to make jQuery a dev dependency, you can use the -d command followed by the yarn add and the package name, and that'll work just like npm --save dev. So if you want to know why you downloaded a package later after you've downloaded it, you can use the yarn y command, and basically you can just type it like this, and that'll tell you that you downloaded it because it was specified as a dependency. And so that is pretty useful, especially if you're trying to travel back in time and see what was the thought pattern behind it. You can use the yarn remove command if you want to get rid of a certain package. Like let's say we don't need jQuery anymore. The boss kind of like tells us, hey, we don't want it. Nobody uses it anymore. You can just use ES6. And so boom, it's gone. It's gone pretty quickly, as you can see. And you can also do the yarn upgrade command. So let's say that I add gulp, add version 3 for some reason, and later on I want to get rid of gulp 3 and use the latest version. I can just do yarn upgrade -- latest gulp and just point to the package name, as you can see. And again, it's pretty quick and it's going to download most of the packages I need. And behind the scenes too, it's going to update this package JSON. So we can run this little command here, cat package JSON, and that'll just tell me what my gulp is now at 4.0. So pretty cool. Next, if I want to see all of the dependencies I have, I can do yarn list, and that'll show me, okay, whoa, I downloaded a whole bunch of stuff. If I want to zero in on any particular package, like let's say gulp, I can just scroll down and type again yarn list -- pattern and then gulp, and you'll see that I just get back gulp's dependencies only, as you can see here too. And if I want to run some scripts like you would do with npm start or npm run, you would use yarn run in replacement or yarn run test. And you'll see this a lot too if you use the npx create react app command. Most likely you'll see these yarn commands. So those were configured in your package JSON. There's a lot more useful commands. You can go over to the docs at Yarn and basically check out all the commands here. I recommend just going through each one and really understanding what you're getting into if you're going to use this particular package. But it is pretty easy, so you don't have to look through all of them. You just get like the cliff notes, especially from these slides. You're good to go. And if you ever need help, you can just do yarn help, and it'll give you a whole bunch of commands that you can use. But if you're like me, I don't like reading in a terminal. I do prefer the docs. So go here, this is much better. All right, so finally, a summary for you, right? For watching this video, too long, didn't watch. So Yarn is a cool drop-in for NPM, as we know. And if you want to use it, you can, you don't have to, but just based on what we did today, don't you think Yarn is pretty fast? And that whole idea, again, about security, right? If you download stuff from NPM, you don't really necessarily know what you're downloading. However, Yarn checks behind the scenes and makes sure that you're not downloading, rogue scripts or, stuff that can conflict with, other dependencies. And you'll see that too a lot, especially if you work with a framework like React, or if you do Gatsby development. Sometimes you'll download multiple versions or differing versions of the same React package, and that can break your app. And so Yarn prevents against that. And then finally, Yarn guarantees that whatever you install on your server will work just the same on any other computer. So that's a pretty cool guarantee. So for that reason, I'm sold on Yarn. So thanks for watching this presentation. If you liked it, then thumbs up on the video, and leave comments if you have questions. Subscribe if you're new. And you can find out more about me and what I do, again, at slides.com/javascriptla/intro to Yarn. I'll put a link in the bottom of the video. But again, I'm the lead organizer for JavaScript LA. Please subscribe and visit our website. If you want to chat with us, we're on Discord and Slack, as well as you can email us here at info@javascriptla.net. If you see any issues, let me know. I'd love to talk to you and get to know you as well. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in another video.